Let's turn this music down. Oh, bud. How you doing, mate? We're just talking about you a minute ago. Um, how much you would probably just take a podium tonight with no Milan racing. The podium would be a solid result for Armin this evening. Extend that championship lead. Right, what do we want here? We want track map. We want lap data. We want telemetry. And we want to get rid of those menus. Right, who's going to be the first car on the grid? It is going to be a race. Oh my word. They are all coming out at the same time. But I think it is going to be a Haas. Is it going to be Scotty MT or is it going to be Imi? It is going to be Scotty MT. I believe Scotty was first on track last week as well, you know. I think, me personally, when I'm doing qualifying, I like to get out the pits early doors. I like to be the first car on track, and maybe Scotty is exactly the same here. I just feel like having clear track in front of you, obviously it's not an advantage, but don't know. I just like to get on track early doors, be the first one out there, get a bit of screen time as well on the stream, you know, because I always go on board with the first driver on the track. So maybe that's what Scotty's doing. He just wants a bit of screen time. Noodles, you're always welcome here, mate. You're always welcome. We're here every Thursday, 7:45. You're always more than welcome to join in here. Expecting a Ben Brash win? Milan. Ben Brash, another driver who joined us this week as well. I probably should have mentioned him before, actually. He is in the Sauber tonight. He's actually... Oh, wow. That's why Milan wants him to win. He is reserving for Milan in the Sauber this evening, Ben Brash. Ben Brash, speedy. Speedy. Will he be on the podium? We'll see. We'll see. But that is why Milan wants Ben Brash to win this evening. He's sat in his seat. In his Sauber. But anyway, Scotty MT, or the Brannons, is going to set our first flying lap of the evening. Very, very close to the track limits through that first chicane. Is Hazard air golf? No, it is not air golf, Noodles. Right then, on to the first DRS straight for Scotty MT in the Haas, rear wing open. Not like the Ferrari rear wing that we saw this morning, but it is just the DRS open. Spot your braking point. You can run on that curb on the exit there, but not too much. You don't want to go wide and risk track limits and invalidating your lap. But this looks pretty decent from Scotty MT. You know what you're going to get. There is a car in front of him. Hopefully, it's going to move out of the way, which it does. The McLaren moves to the left-hand side of the track and allows Scotty to pass through. Right, through this tight little section here, then very, very easy to clip that wall on the right and this wall on the left. Need to avoid that Pirelli barrier on the exit as well. DRS open once again. What a shot that is, by the way. Back on board with the Haas then. Tuck it into the right-hand side. He's got straight and one chicane left to go. What can Scotty do? Probably not where he would like to be in the standings currently, so probably well overdue. A strong performance is Scotty, and it is just now foot to the floor, all the way to the line. He's going to cross the line and set a 1:28.484. Next we have a McLaren cross the line, but that is not starting a lap. Oh, Mitch. There's a wall there, Mitch. Steady on, steady on. Sauber of Hazard crosses the line. He goes P2 at a 29.2. Then we have a Ferrari and then a Red Bull, which I believe is not Bernsey. It is Calvin. Calvin goes into P2. Look at that. Just 15 thousandths of a second off Scotty MT. A 28.498 for Calvin in the Red Bull. Master G, desperate. Absolutely desperate for a strong performance here this evening. He has put his Ferrari into P4 currently. VDO Brad in the ever-consistent Racing Bulls goes into third place with a 28.8. Still 4/10 off the provisional pole time at the moment. Mask would have done a 26.1. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know, Mask. Noodles with a moustache. Noodles, you have a moustache now? Do you have a moustache now, Noodles? Famas Wayne with a good lap as well. He puts himself up into 4th place. I'm actually really impressed with that lap from Hazard, you know. To be P5 currently. Oh, he just drops down to P6 because his teammate, Ben Brash, goes P3 in the green machine. He's replaced Milan this evening. And that is a very decent banker indeed for Ben Brash. P3 for him. We're going to go on board with Imad in the Racing Bull. We're going to stick on board with him for a lap. And let's see how he gets on. I believe he is the only driver on a flying lap currently. And let's see how he gets on. DRS burning away. ERS burning away. I do apologise. DRS open. Clips the inside of that apex very nicely indeed. You can do the same on this one as well. Of course, the streets of Singapore are so tight and narrow. You have to go close to the walls. And Imi has crashed. Oh no! Imi has crashed in a Haas. His teammate's on provisional pole. But Imi is not going to improve on his 130.3 because he has crashed in this section here. I said just a few moments ago that it is so easy to hit the wall in that section, and that is exactly what Imi has done. And his qualifying comes to a very premature end. Deary me. He's absolutely going to drop down from P10. But let's see what Imad can do then through this final chicane. Running a none through here. Now he's going to burn his battery on his way to the line. What can he do? He's got to get into the 29s, get into the top 10. Can he do that? Yes, he can. Just about by the skin of his teeth. A 29.4. And he puts that Racing Bull up into 9th place. Milan says, Arman's still in the pits. Is he aura farming? I've noticed this with Arman a lot this season. He stays in the pits for a very long time. And then just sets a lap at the end and puts it P5 probably. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I couldn't do it. I could not just leave it and do one lap at the end. It's crazy. It is crazy. Philippe in the Aston Martin then into the final couple of corners. Does have a car in front. Maybe the dirty air is going to hamper him slightly as he rounds the final couple of corners, and he puts his Aston Martin up into 11th place, just on the fringes of the top 10 of 29.997 for him. Subi in the McLaren then. He is currently P6 and on his second attempt at a lap. Subi is fast. Subi is fast. And I'm fully expecting him to be right up there tonight. Right up there. He's currently in 6th place. Swings that McLaren in really nicely. That is such a tight corner. And you need to get a good exit as well, because it is a DRS straight here. And he's got a purple middle sector, and he's 4.5 tenths up, is Subi. So this is looking like a very quick time from the McLaren man. What can he do? It's a 28.48, currently the provisional pole, the very first lap time that we had on the board from Scotty MT. What can Subi do about it? Can he force himself onto the front row, or even take provisional pole away? No, he can't. Loses a bit of time in the final sector. Ends up 4.5 tenths up. He goes into P4 for Subi in the McLaren then. And we're going to hop on board now with Kevin in the Mercedes. This is now his car. Kevin was a reserve. He's been promoted. He now has a full-time seat in this Mercedes, despite his Discord picture being Fernando Alonso. We'll brush past it. We'll brush past it. Forget that. He is 100% in the Mercedes. And currently in the top 10, improving by nearly a tenth through the first sector. Would have wanted to take that corner, perhaps just a little bit tighter. That one was much better. So how much time can he gain? Of course, you can lose or gain so much time at every corner in Singapore. It is just, it's so mad, like 20 corners or something. And qualifying is always super important. Overtaking, not the easiest thing to do around here. That looked very nice and neat and tidy by Kevin. How is he improving through the middle sector? Improving by nearly a tenth. Needs to, well, I mean, he needs to find half a second, really. If he wants to gain any positions, half a second is what he's looking for. Armin's finally on his out lap, says Milan. I will hop on board with Armin. He's on his flying lap now, actually, Milan. I will hop on board with Armin. As soon as this lap is finished, we do want to see what Armin can do. And Kevin bails. Kevin bails out, goes into the pit lane. So then, our championship leader, Armin Plays, in the Williams. What can he do? He's going to have enough time to have 2 runs at this. A 26.5 for the middle sector. No idea how quick that is. Game didn't say that it was purple. That was slightly deep into that corner. The exit would have hampered him as well. So, not a perfect start for this lap for the Williams man. He'll be hoping to improve as the lap goes on. Of course, he doesn't want to do anything silly tonight as VDL Brad puts his racing ball, you guessed it, P4. That man, he just lives in 4th place. No matter what happens, 4th place. Looked like he was going to break the streak at Silverstone a few weeks ago as Famas Wayne goes provisional pole at 28.451. Stunning lap from Famas Wayne. He loves Singapore, and boy oh boy is it showing. What a lap that is from the Alpine. What can Armin do about it? I don't think he's going to get provisional pole here. But where is he going to go? P8 for Armin. Milan is rubbing his hands together at that. P8 is behind both the Saubers as well. That could be crucial as well. Unbelievable. Right, who else is on a flying lap? Calvin is on a flyer in the white liveried Red Bull. Currently P3. Calvin is a rapid driver. Milan is on a hate watch. Milan's on an Armin Plays hate watch. So far, so good for him as well. Chaz Knight Rider as well. He is on a flying lap. Yet to get a lap time on the board. Let's see how Calvin can get on. Calvin runs no assists, which blows my mind. I just could not do it. And this is looking very quick indeed. Maybe a touch wide there on that corner. It was very, very close to the walls in the far section before that. And he's up by 1/4 of a tenth. If he can just find if he can find another 1/4 of a tenth in this final sector, he will be on provisional pole. It is super, super tight. That top 3 separated by 1/2 a tenth of a second. Little bit too much curb there on the exit that came for Calvin, and he's lost time. He bails out and decides to come into the pit lane. Armin's on an in lap. Hazard is coming into the pits. Imad maybe just got a little bit of a toe then from that Williams there, as he is starting to come towards the end of his 2nd attempt, and he is also bailed on his lap. Chaz Knight Rider did not get a lap time on the board. He invalidated. He's back in the pits. Currently P20, and there he is. He's in the chat. Can't get a lap in. Time's running out, Chaz. Time is running out. You got 5 minutes left, so realistically, you have got one more shot at this. One more shot. We're going to go on board with... how do I pronounce this name? Any suggestions? Invalidated first corner, first lap, and last corner, second lap. White lines, Chaz. You got to stay in between them, mate. Alright? I know you've been away, you've been on holiday, but you've got to... Oh god, Noodles. Okay, Noodles said Armin in the wall. And I panicked for a moment, thought I'd missed something, but he's calling it. He's saying Armin's going to be in the wall later. We'll see. We'll see. Malik is how we say this. Thank you very much, Frank. Appreciate it. No lap time on the board yet for the Williams. His teammate Armin, currently P8. What can Malik do? That looked decent. That looked very decent indeed. Through the first sector. Burn some battery. Rear wing open as well. 26.6. Through the first sector, but that is deep. How on earth is that not an invalidation? What? He was so far off the track. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Someone... Hello, Magnatex. Nice of you to join us, brother. Nice of you to join us. Always nice to see Magnatex in the chat. Someone has to take up the role of Mask. No, they don't. No. We don't need that here. We don't need that here. But this is looking decent so far from Malik. Through the second sector, 1 minute 4.128 so far. What can he do? Where is he going to go? I mean, if he gets into the top 10, that would be a decent time. I read that as Simeone as well, Frank, don't worry. I love Singapore as well, Mag. One of my favourite tracks. Malik has bailed. Lots of drivers bailing on laps here. Malik comes into the pit lane, as is most of the grid. Was that Burnsy to the wall? What? Reverse, Burnsy. That's it. Yep. Mal, go backwards. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Well done. There we go. There we go. Get yourself back in the pits. Oh, he's getting out of the way of the Mercedes behind. Fair enough. I'm going to hop on board with that Mercedes, and that is Kevin. Currently P10, 29.409. Can he improve? Can he get further into that top 10? Kevin's very fast. I don't think he'll be pleased with the P10. But it is reasonably tight in front, and he's 5.5 seconds down? Is that right? Burnsy has retired. Did he crash? Did Burnsy crash? Is Kevin... No, Kevin must be coming in. Kevin must be coming in. Yeah, he is. He is. He is. Okay. Right, Scotty MT then. Currently P2. Burnsy says, when am I not in the wall? It's your 9-month sub anniversary, Magchex. You've been subbed to this channel.
No! I destroyed the channel!
You've been subbed to this channel for 9 months, Mag. You've been subbed to this channel whilst I've been off commentary. That is dedication. That is dedication. I didn't even know that. Wow, what a guy. What a guy. Back to Scotty MT though. Looking to take back his provisional pole spot. That lap time that Scott has done, a 28.48, was the very first lap time that we have on the board here this evening. And he is currently up by 3/4 of a tenth. Can he find any extra time through this final sector and steal pole position away from his good friend Famas Wayne? Maybe he's improving, but he might have just lost a little bit of time through there. He's about to cross the line. Can he take pole? Yes, he can, and he does it comfortably in the end by 2/10 for the Haas driver. 28.253 for him. What about Calvin? Who's going to cross the line next, actually? That is going to be... Oh, it's Famas Wayne on and out lap. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We're going to go on board with Calvin then, as he's coming towards the end of his final run. He is improving. Is he improving enough? 28.498 currently. P3. Can he get on the front row? He can do better than that. He takes pole position. A 28.15 for Calvin in the Red Bull. Fantastic lap from him. Subi is also on a flyer. He's halfway round so far. In the second sector then, who is going to be next across the line? It's not Ben Brash. He is invalidated. So that's his qualifying over. Hazard is going to cross the line in the sister Sauber. Can he get, oh my word, big slide round the final corner. Costs him time. Doesn't improve. Stays in P7. I think Mitch is going to cross the line next. He stays in 18th place. Then the Ferrari of Master G. He goes P7. His teammate behind him, Pro. He crosses the line, stays in 16th place. Brad goes into 4th place. Imad stays in P12. What can Subi do, though? Subi do. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Right then, in the McLaren, he needs to get into the low 28s. If he wants to get up there, needs to find half a second. What's he going to do? That's a very aggressive line. Crosses the line. P3. P3 for Subi. Famas Wayne, then. I think is going to be the last guy to set a time. We've got Milik as well. Famas Wayne. P4 goes nowhere. Stays P4. What about Milik then? In the Williams, his teammate Armin is qualified in 7th place. What can... Sorry, not Milik. Malik. What can... Is it Malik? It was. Malik? Milik? I can't remember. What can he do? It's currently P20 and last. Takes a very tight line. And he moves up into 12th place. But it is BRD Calvin in that gorgeous white Red Bull. He has taken pole on the streets of Singapore. Yeah, Scooby-Doo. I said it and I realised what I said. Oh, Ben Brash reckons he was impeded by not Waterman, Waterboy. Oh my word. But pole position. What a qualifying session that was. Calvin takes pole, 28.15. A fantastic lap from him. Scotty MT finally on the front row alongside him. Subi P3 with Famas Wayne P4. Brad in P5. Ben Brash P6. Armin P7. He won't be too happy. Chaz P8 in the end. Got a lap in right at the end. Master G P9. Hazard rounds out the top 10. Philippe in P11, Malik in P12, Kevin P13, Imad 14th, Speechy 15th on debut, Imi 16th, Quibo 17th, Pro 18th, Burnsy in 19th, and Mitch down in P20. Another red. Cars are going to be super, super close. I'm expecting crashes. I'm expecting retirements. But let's wait and see. As the cars are lined up on the grid, let's have a look. What telemetry off the start? Let's have a look at tyres. What have we got then? The top 7 all going for the mediums. In fact, 17 drivers have gone for mediums. Chaz in P8, Hazard in P10, and Quimo in P17 have decided to start on the hard compound tyres. Now, overtaking around Singapore is not easy. It's not easy at all. And of course, safety cars are extremely likely. It is just about timing. It is just about timing. If those hard tyre runners go long, everyone pits, they stay out, then we get a safety car, Chaz, Hazard and Quimo will be absolutely cooking. Absolutely cooking. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. We're going to put our position change and take the gap off, just so we can see a little bit more of the track. Check my PowerPoint. I'll have a look after the race, Maz. I will have a look. Brad P4 again, says Mag. Possible race strategies, mediums to lap 14, then hards. We'll see. We'll see. Brad P4, it's more than possible. He's in P5. He's only need to make one place up. But this is going to be a really interesting battle off the line. Calvin in P1. Is he on the left side or is he on the right side? Let's have a look. Of course, first corner is a left-hander. Looks like Calvin is on the right-hand side. So that is perfect for Calvin. Scott MT is going to have to make his way to the right-hand side of the track when the lights go green. Scotty parks his car very nicely, as does Subi in the McLaren, as does Calvin as well. This is a great camera angle, actually. Oh, Armin, there you go, in the Williams. You can see him on the right-hand side, been set back in his grid box. That is a less than ideal start for him. Milan will be laughing. Malik as well, Hazard as well. Oh my God, they're all that like Imad, Speechy, Pro. Oh my word. These guys need to do some parking lessons. Jesus. Right then. The cars are all lined up. No, they're not. Just waiting for Mitch as he pulls into his grid spot. And he overshoots his grid box, gets put back as well. Right then, here we go. For the Singapore Grand Prix, round 5 of VDL Racing League. Calvin on pole, Scotty MT in P2. We have 5 red lights. And they are off. Calvin gets a very decent start, manages to stay ahead of Scotty MT. Famas Wayne is up at place. Subi has had a nightmare. He's lost 2 positions already, and he's got the Sauber of Ben Brash looking up his inside. Can he lose another place? No, he doesn't. He manages to hold on to it for now, but Calvin and Scotty got away absolutely perfectly, maintained position. Brad has had a lightning start, up from P5 into P3 already. Famas Wayne stays where he is. Subi in P5, he's dropped from 3rd. Chaz has had a brilliant start. Hard tyres at the start of a Grand Prix. Cold hard tyres, and he's made 2 places. Unbelievable from him. Armin is fighting with Ben Brash. Ben Brash goes a little bit wide there, and Armin holds on to P7. Brash has lost 2 places from P6 down to P8. He's got his teammate Hazard behind, who of course is also on those hard tyres. Looks like Arman went very, very deep there, and that is going to put Ben Brash all over his gearbox. Brash takes a very wide angle into that corner in the hope of getting a run on Arman down the next straight. But of course, no DRS on the first lap. As we're heading towards the final sector then, that may well have been a track limit warning there for Ben Brash. Very, very easy to do that there, run wide of that white line on the left-hand side of the exit. But Calvin is going to lead us at the end of the first lap. He has maintained position, done exactly what he needed to do, and put a little bit of a gap between himself and Scotty MT. Of course, DRS is now enabled. The first detection point is after this chicane and the straight after the following corner. So Scotty MT will be looking to stay within the 1 second of Calvin. Milan says, I've got two hired assassins right behind Arman. He has got the two Saubers in his rear view mirrors and not very far behind him at all. Scotty MT closes the gap on Calvin down to just 3.5 tenths, but not close enough to make an overtake. Of course, Singapore notoriously difficult to get any overtaking done. Right then, as we're halfway around the second lap, let's run down through the order. Calvin, Scotty MT, P2, Brad P3, Wayne P4, Subi P5, Chaz. What an unbelievable start for this man. Really struggled in qualifying to get a lap together, but this is a fantastic start to this Grand Prix for him in the Alpine. Started on those hard tyres, not got quite as much grip as the other guys, but it won't be long before his tyres are in better shape than those medium runners around him. If he can just stick with the guys in front, he is going to be in a really good spot indeed. P6 for Chaz so far. Arman is behind him in the Williams. P7 for him. Ben Brash, terrible start. Started 6th, down to 8th. With his teammate Hazard behind him in P9. Master G rounds out the top 10. Imad in P11, sorry. Made up 3 places. Unbelievable start for him. Philippe, P12 in the Aston Martin. And Pro has made up 5 positions. Wow, what a start from Pro in the Ferrari. Up to P13 for him. With Imi P14, Speechy 15th. Mitch up 4 places from P20 up to P16. Fantastic start for the McLaren. Nightmare for the Mercedes boys though. They've both lost positions. 5 in total for Kevin and Guimo. Malik is P19 in the Williams with Bernsey rounding out the field in P20. Right then, overtakes going on here. Arman up the inside of Chaz Knight Rider, slots that Williams in front and up into 6th place, and crucially puts a car between himself and the two Saubers. Milan will not be pleased with that at all. Also, Chaz being on those hard tyres might just be a little bit slower as Arman goes very deep there. Chaz hits him. Chaz hit him, and now Ben Brash is going to be alongside Chaz. Oh, and Chaz has spun and hit the wall, and now he's got bad wing damage, and that is a disaster for Chaz in the Alpine. He wants to rejoin as safely as he can. He is ghosted. What a nightmare for Chaz Knight Rider. Oh my word, he's down to P13. He's got severe wing damage, and he's about to be overtaken by Mitch in the McLaren. Here we go. Mitch clips the wall slightly a little bit there, uses the DRS and goes past. Imi and Speechy going at it as well. Speechy off the track and Imi goes through to P11, but he is pitting. Maybe he has got some wing damage potentially. In fact, yes, he does. Oh, and get 10 seconds as well for speeding in the pit lane. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. We knew this was going to happen around Singapore. It does happen. Milan is about to be shouting for Chaz to report Arman. Well, I don't know. I am a steward, so I can't really say too much, but we will wait and see. Right, after all of that then, Arman has ended up behind both Saubers. Milan will be very, very, very pleased with that. Brash up into P6, Hazard up into P7. Arman was momentarily up into P6, but now drops down to P8, and he has got Master G in the Ferrari all over him. Arman really struggling tonight here in Singapore. This is not good news for him at all. Wish we had Chaz's radio right now. I know. I can only imagine how that party chat is going right now. Out front, Calvin's still leading the way. He's pulled a little bit of a gap on Scotty MT, 1.8 seconds, and then another 1.8 seconds to VDL Brad in P3. He has got Famas Wayne close behind him in 4th place. Subi as well. Yellow flags in the middle sector. Who's that for? Think it was for Mitch. He's dropped a couple of places there, down to P15. Maybe just hit the wall. Has he got damage? He has got a little bit of front wing damage. Missing that front left end plate on the front wing of that McLaren. That is going to be a pain to get around the corners now. We see Kevin coming into the pits in front of him. Mitch also coming into the pits as well. So we're going to get a front wing change for Mitch, I'm sure. Maybe for Kevin as well. He started on the medium tyres. And a brand new nose that Mercedes going on. That is going to cost him a lot of time. Check the clip. Don't know what the rules are here about driver errors leading to damage. Milan does not miss a thing. Does not miss a thing. Milan, you can't report it. You can't report it. Oh my god. But Armin is really struggling, and he's dropped back. Has he got wing damage? He does not have any wing damage. He is just struggling outright for pace. And he's falling further and further back from the Saubers. In fact, he's not even got DRS. Doesn't even have DRS down here. Armin is in a spot of bother. He really is. And Milan will be absolutely loving this. Maddest hate watch ever. Chaz and me are best friends. He'll do that for me. We'll see. But anyway, out front, Calvin, 2.3 seconds now. He's running away with this. We're on lap 6 of 31 here in Singapore. And this couldn't have gone any better for Calvin. It really can't have gone any better for him. He's got a near 2.5 second lead over Scotty MT. Then it's nearly another 2 seconds back to VDL Brad. Are we about to see? I know it's early days and he won't forgive me for saying this. But are we about to see the P4 streak come to an end for Brad in this Racing Bull? Currently P3, podium positions, but he has this man behind him. This man will be doing his utmost to make sure that P4 streak carries on for at least one more week. Can he overtake Brad? We'll see. It's not easy to overtake around here. Subi is there in P5 with Ben Brash 4 seconds further back. Has Brash got a bit of wing damage? I wish the game would give me the right bloody camera angle so I can see. Guy was on alternative strat in P7. Yeah, I know. He was in such a good place, was Chaz. He really was in such a good place. Ben Brash does not have any wing damage. Not that I can see anyway. Do I want to go on a date, Mask? I'm going to have to turn you down, brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mate. I think the incident with Armin and Chaz caused the gap for Ben. Quite possibly, yeah. But he is closing it down. 3.8, 3.9 seconds to gap between himself and Subi. Subi, of course, is in a little bit of a DRS train behind VDL Brad. 3 cars, Racing Bull, the Alpine and the McLaren. Very tightly matched together. In fact, is Wayne going to have enough to go for an overtake here on Brad? I don't think he is. Brad burns his battery down here and just pulls out enough of a gap on Wayne. Current points total, Armin 122, Brad 118, Milan 107. This is huge for Brad, actually. This is absolutely huge for Brad. If he can break this P4 streak tonight, with Milan not racing and Armin struggling for pace, Brad could launch himself into that title picture. Absolutely launch himself into it. He's right there with them, but it's a little bit of a gap, so this could be a huge round for Brad. Subi getting very close to the walls there as Mitch picks up a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Subi right on the back of the Alpine of Wayne, but not close enough to go for an overtake. Lots of charge in the battery though of that McLaren. It is just all about timing. When does he decide to burn it? When is he going to go for an overtake? Brad is running low on battery. Wayne even lower. Oh, Wayne having a big slide through there. The tyres just starting to go off now for Famas Wayne. Only 8 laps into this race. Of course, Singapore is very, very tough on tyres. And Subi, I mean, Wayne's on 10% battery. If Subi can get close enough through this tight section of corners, he has got a great opportunity to burn his battery and go for an overtake. As we see Hazard getting past Brash for P6. The two Saubers swapping positions. Right then, Subi, what have you got? Are you going to burn and go for an overtake on Wayne? He is burning. He's in the slipstream of the Alpine. He pulls to the left-hand side. Down the inside of the left-hander. Very tight indeed. Wayne just about manages to hold on to the position as Malik picks up 3-second time penalty. Subi desperate to get past my word. This is like, never mind Singapore, it's Tokyo Drift for Famas Wayne. Subi's going to burn and slide up the inside here. But Wayne defends it very nicely indeed. And Subi is going to get very frustrated in a minute. You can see Brad starting to head off into the distance. He's broken the 1 second now. Is Wayne going to get DRS here? He's not. So Subi's got an opportunity now to really attack Wayne properly. He goes down the right-hand side. And that is going to give him the position. Surely Wayne's going to try and hang it around the outside. He hits the wall. Did he get damage from that? Yes, I think he did. A little bit of front wing damage there for Wayne. But Subi is up into 4th place. And he firmly has those sights locked onto Brad in P3 currently. Calvin is extending his lead out front. 3.5 seconds now in the Red Bull. Fantastic pace. Wayne is coming into the pits. He's had enough of those medium tyres. Is he going to get a front wing change as well? And more importantly, where is he going to come out? There is a big old gap behind him. No front wing change. I thought he was going to get his front wing changed. Wouldn't have cost him any extra positions, I don't think. He's going to rejoin in P11 and in plenty of clear air as well. Let's get rid of that. Let's just bring up the gaps. Let's just have the gaps there. Over the white line, it was wait. Didn't pick up a penalty though. Interesting. Right, where is our closest battle then? Here we go. Master G on Armin Blaisler. I said Armin was struggling, but he has managed to stick with those two Saubers, but those medium tyres, look, he's really struggling under traction. Master G is burning a battery here. He's going to slide up the inside of Armin, having a little look. If you go for an overtake there, you are a very, very brave man indeed. Armin holds on to P7 for now. Destructive J, he is here. Thank you very much for the follow, sir. Lovely to have you here. You've missed out on quite a lot as Chaz Knight Rider is going for the overtake on Burnsy around the outside. Chaz is on much fresher tyres than Burnsy, and he makes them work as well. Up into P13 in that Alpine. His teammate Famas Wayne currently in P11. He is just pitted, carrying a little bit of front wing damage though on that particular Alpine. This is a battle I want to see though. Armin just managed to move away from Master G ever so slightly. He's actually broken the 1 second. But Master G still had DRS down the pit straight. Oh my word. Look at the Ferrari drifting. We've seen this a few times this evening already. Lots of cars struggling for grip. Maybe tyre temps as well. Just getting a bit too hot. And drifting around some of these corners. We saw it with Wayne a short time ago. We're seeing it now with Master G as well. Evening Reeves, don't know why I wasn't following. Me neither, Jay. Me neither. You know, it's just disgraceful behaviour, really. Little one isn't settling. Oh, dearie me. Dearie, dearie me. Since I got banned from driving, what else can I do here in the league? We'll discuss it later or tomorrow or something. He's not banned. That's a really bad word to use. Really bad word. Banned is an awful word. Right then, gonna hop on board Subi here because VDL Brad is currently P3, could be at risk of losing that place to the McLaren of Subi. He's managed to charge his battery up though, up to 60%, and he is burning it down this DRS straight. And now recharging it as well. He needs to make sure he stays ahead of Subi. Brad does not want to finish P4 again. I think the consistency is brilliant from Brad as he comes into the pits. Brad comes into the pits. Make sure you get that car slowed down. Don't pick up 10 seconds. Nicely done for Brad. Give him hindrances. An easy one is max fuel. Loses him around 3/10 a lap. Oh, God. Oh, God. Milan went there. Milan went there. Right. What tyres are going on that Racing Bull? It is hard tyres. So he's done 10 laps. Got yellow flags. Got yellow flags. That's an Aston Martin. It's Philippe, but he's got going again. So no safety car. So Brad is going to come out in P10. He's done 10 laps on the mediums. Is he now going to do 20 laps on the hards? Do the hards do 20 laps? Noodles, you're a man in the know. Is that hards to the end on lap 11? They are going to be rotten towards the end, surely. Surely. But he's looking to do the undercut. 20 laps on the hardest possible, says Milan. Okay. He's looking to sort of undercut Subi. He's looking to undercut Subi from in front of Subi. So let's see. I'm not sure what Subi is going to do here. He's got a decision to make. He's got a decision to make. Is he going to play the long game? Or is he going to pit? As Philippe retires in the pit lane. Our very first retirement here this evening. In the pit lane, we're down to 19 runners. What is Subi going to do? Play the long game and have a massive tyre delta? That is exactly what he is going to do. He stays out for another lap. So Brad is comfortably going to be ahead of him. As the Haas of Scotty MT pits from second place. Comes into the pit lane. He has done 11 laps. He is going to put on a set of hard compound tyres. In fact, an influx. Oh no! Brash is going to get double stacked. Oh no! Brash is going to get double stacked because his teammate Hazard has pitted as well. It's not going to cost him too much time. A few seconds maybe. He's going to lose out to Master G. He's come out behind Master G. It's cost him a place. Double stacking behind his teammate. Dearie me. You wonder, could he have just stayed out? He would have seen his teammate. What's Imad done there? Interesting. Brash would have seen his teammate come in. He was right in front of him. Could he have stayed out another lap? Or did he lose less time double stacking than he would have by staying out? I don't know. But he is right there with Master G. As Mitch is caught speeding in the pit lane and picks up a 10-second time penalty. Ben Brash is all over the back of Master G here. Should we stay with it? Let's stay with it. Let's stay with it. He's not going to get any overtakes done here. Master G burning a bit of battery, looking for a strong performance is the man in the Ferrari this week. Ooh, Brash just clips the wall. Lucky not to do any major damage there. Think you would lose less time with the double stack because you lose a lot of time here on old tyres. And Master G goes very deep into the corner and Ben Brash is alongside, rear wing open, burns battery and takes advantage. But Master G is going to come straight back at him up the inside. But Ben Brash holds on to it for now and has the DRS as well. Wow, so Ben Brash takes the position and keeps the DRS. Master G once again keeping his Ferrari there up the inside. Less than optimal line through the chicane. And Ben Brash finally has that move done and dusted. And the Racing Bull of Imad is looking very, very interested behind. Both guys in front very, very low on charge. Can Imad get any overtakes done? Down the next straight, we've got yellow flags. That is for Chaz Knight Rider going slowly around the final couple of corners. Wonder what has happened to him. Hello, Rumpski. How's it going, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. Really do. Really do. Chaz is having a nightmare race. A nightmare race. What are we talking about in the chat here, guys? Mask would have done a -1 stopper. Not convinced. Not convinced. Brad is right on the back of Famas Wayne now then. DRS as well. He's got Scotty MT behind him. Brad has undercut Scotty MT, you know. Okay. Okay. So Brad currently is a net... I think Calvin's out of reach. Subi finally comes into the pits. Is Brad currently net P3? Oh, he was anyway, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. As Mitch picks up 3-second time penalty. More yellow flags around the final couple of corners here. Not sure why that was. Maybe for Armin? Don't know. I don't know. Oh, my word. What's going on here? Scotty MT having a good look at Brad. Up the inside of turn 3. Brad goes a little bit wide. Probably a track limit warning. They're side by side as we head through to the right-hander. And Brad has to slot in behind Scotty MT. So Brad now down to 5th place. Where did Subi come out? He came out in P7 in between the two Sauber drivers as Famas Wayne gets past Armin. So Wayne now up into 2nd place and he's done a pit stop. Armin has not yet pitted. Armin has not yet pitted. This is a mega stint from Armin Plays as he loses another place. 2 more places. Scotty MT and VDL Brad both go past Armin. So Armin now drops to P5 and he hasn't stopped yet. Armin is playing the very long game here. When he pits, where is he going to come out? I'm assuming he's got to pit this lap. Look how much time he's losing. Look how much time he's using. Frank, I've just read your message. Not too bad, mate. Having to deal with this other ski, though. Wow. That is brutal. Armin's fucked up, waiting for a safety car. Pro picks up a 3-second time penalty. Calvin finally into the pit lane. Famas Wayne's coming around the final corners now. Is Calvin going to come out behind Famas Wayne? He is. And Scotty MT and VDL Brad. So Calvin feeds back out in P4. But on much fresher tyres. Armin into the pits in that Williams. He's going to lose a lot of places. Behind Speechy. He is going to be behind Speechy. He's not going to be too far up the road from the Mercedes either, you know. I think he's going to be okay, though. Crimo's coming down the pit straight now. Armin is going to be ahead of him. So Armin rejoins in P11 on very fresh tyres. And he's got a whole lot of work to do. He's got a lot of overtaking and a lot of time to make up. In fact, Speechy's 5 seconds up the road. Then there's an 11-second gap to Imad in P9. Wow, 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 wow. Scotty MT is leading the race, ladies and gents. Qualified P2 was very, very strong in qualifying. And he is now leading with Famas Wayne in P2 and VDL Brad in P3. It is an all VDL podium right now. I think that would be the first one we've seen. Definitely would be the first one we've seen if it stays that way. This man will have an awful lot to say about it though. He's on fresh hard tyres. He's going to have much more grip than the guys in front. But, of course, this is Singapore. Overtaking is not easy. I've said it plenty of times this evening already. And Brad is having a good look at the rear wing of Famas Wayne as we head into turn 1. Lap 16 of 31 then. We are just about halfway through this race. And there's a long, long way to go yet. Frank is saying Brad could finish P4 again. He could. He could. They've both got DRS. So Brad is not going to be able to go for an overtake this time around. Or is he? No, he's not. I just thought for a split second there he was going to do it. But no, unfortunately not. So Scott MT leading the way, 70% tyres. He will be hoping and praying that Calvin gets stuck behind Brad and Wayne for as long as possible. As long as he possibly can be. And he could well be stuck there. He could well be stuck there. As I say, difficult to overtake around Singapore. Brad's got DRS as well. But is Brad going to have the opportunity to overtake Wayne here? Wayne doesn't have DRS. Brad does. He's going to burn battery as well. Rear wing open. Does he go for it? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Goes a little bit deep into the corner, though. Was very, very close to actually colliding with the rear wing of Wayne there. Running in none. DRS as well, though. Wayne's battery at 10%. Brad's at 27, so he does have a little bit of extra charge. And Scotty MT is just starting to drive off into the distance, although it is back within a second. Just about. It is flicking between under and over. Brad has DRS down the pit straight. He's having a look up into turn 1 up the inside. Wayne goes off the track, holds on to the position. Not entirely sure Brad will be too pleased. This is great racing though. Famous Wayne, of course, struggling with a little bit of front wing damage. And here comes Calvin up the inside of Brad. Ever the opportunist. They're side by side, and Calvin takes P3, and he's burning battery. He's coming for Famas Wayne, and Calvin goes from 4th to 2nd in one straight. Unbelievable from BRD Calvin there. And now he has got Scotty MT just 1.8 seconds up the road, and he will be looking to retake the lead of this race. Wayne down in 3rd place. Brad back down to P4. You could not write it. You could not write it. Not far behind Brad is the Sauber of Hazard. Unbelievable race from him so far. Where did he start? He started at P10. So up in P5 then for Hazard. But he is on the medium tyres, so he is going to have to stop again. That is for sure. Video Brad. Here he goes then. Rear wing open. Burning his battery. Nothing Wayne can do this time around. And Brad puts himself back up into the podium positions and into 3rd place. What a lap of racing that was then. So we now have Scotty MT in the lead, but Calvin is right on him. Is he going to go for an overtake this time around? Scotty MT's got 80% battery. Compared to Calvin's 40, so I'm not entirely convinced Calvin's going to get the opportunity to go for an overtake this time around, as Master G picks up a 3-second time penalty. Scotty MT is burning, so is Calvin. He's got the rear wing open, he's getting closer, looking up the inside. Red Bull versus Haas, very clean racing between the pair of them, and he's going to go round the outside now, slows it right down. He's got the extra grip, and he gets the move done. What an overtake that was from Calvin across several corners. Went from the outside to the inside. And Calvin is back up into the lead of this race. Noodles, I was not in the Epstein files. I can guarantee you that. Good sir. Deary me. Anyway, Armin Blaze gets past Speechy and moves himself up into the top 10. Armin has got a lot of time to make up. 16 seconds to the next car. 16 seconds to get any more points. I think Armin could do with a safety car here. I really do. Right then, Subi is on the back of Hazard. Yellow flags in sector 3 because Chaz Knight Rider has retired from the session. Death, taxes, and Chaz Knight Rider DNFing in a race. Things that never change. Things that never change. Right then, Subi P5 with the Sauber of Hazard right in front of him. Hazard is definitely going to have to pit again. So he's going to lose positions. But Subi will be looking to take position away from him on track anyway. Chances, I've just been dived off by Mitch, gave me wing damage. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, here goes Subi then, up the inside of the Sauber. That is very nice indeed, but Hazard is going to fight this, and he's going to hang it the inside still, but Subi's got extra grip, he's got extra pace, and he moves up into 4th place. Next up for him, VDL Brad. Can Subi catch and pass the perennial P4 merchant? Armin moaning about how he's having a horrible night. Well, forgetting what he did to me. Armin doing Armin tactics. He's in P9. He's actually taken a second out of the guys in front. So, and of course, Hazard is going to have to do another pit stop. If he can get to within the guys in front, they've got time penalty, only 3 seconds. Okay, okay. Chaz, I think we did see what happened with you and Armin early on. Can I say rough twice in a row? Rough twice in a row. There you go. Say that, Mask. I'm not falling for your games, son. Hazard is into the pits then from P5. Where is he going to come out? And more importantly, actually, what tyres is he going to put on? Is he going to be clear of Armin? That is going to be a question. He's got brand new hard tyres going on, sorry. Armin is coming down the pit straight, and he's going to get ahead of Hazard. As Subi has got past Brad. Oh, what have I missed? Subi's up into P3. Brad's going to try and hang it around the outside, go for the switchback, but Subi's got the grip, and he moves himself up into the podium places, and Brad is back down to P4. Well. He can't, can he? He can't. Oh, dearie me. Right, Ben Brash is there in P5. Throwing that Sauber around in that middle sector. Imi picks up 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. That is going to be another position. No, it's not, because Imi is way down. Yellow flags. Yellow flags. Is that Bernsey? It is Bernsey in P18 currently. Yellow flags, but no safety cars. I'm super impressed, by the way. No safety cars around Singapore. Oh my word. Frank, I think that P4 post of Brad, just keep it. Just post it as a weekly thing. Schedule it if you like. He's just destined to finish P4 every single week. I don't know why. But even P4 tonight is going to be good points, because no Milan and Armin's having a mare. As Bernsey has stacked it. No, he's not stacked it. He's got going again. Round the final corner. But P18 currently with his teammate leading the race. It is a Red Bull sandwich then for the grid. Red Bull at the front, Red Bull at the back, and everyone is mixed up in between. Scotty MT P2 with Subi P3 closing the gap on Scotty MT. Is Scotty going to lose that second place to the McLaren behind? Subi's got great pace. His tyres are a couple of laps fresher than Scotty's as well. And of course, he is in with that 1 second gap as well. Brad is a couple of seconds further back, with Brash 8 seconds further back. Master G P6 with a 3-second penalty. Imad right behind him in P7, also with a 3-second penalty. Famas Swain is in P8 currently, 2-lap-old hard tyres. He's going to have some really strong pace. Could he get close enough to Imad and Master G to inherit those places after their penalties are applied? He's got 10 laps to make up 9 seconds. So he needs to make up a second a lap. Possibly. He does have front wing damage though as well. And he does have a very fast Hazard in the Sauber coming up as well. Armin in between them. So he'll be hoping that Armin can keep Hazard at bay for as long as possible. But how long is that going to be possible for? Because Hazard has displayed some super pace here this evening. He's going to slide up the inside of Armin. He runs all over the curb there. Armin goes off the track. Hazard goes through. Rob says, has Chaz finished the race in 2026? Yes, he has. He's finished at least one here. He's finished one here, I know that. Because he's got points. That's the only reason I know that. Because he's got some points. But Hazard moves himself up into P9 then. Armin down to P10. Hazard doing exactly what his teammate is wanting him to do. Imad is all over the back of Master G here. He's got a little bit of back cheek. They've both got pretty similar charges, by the way. Did he pause it from the start? Yeah, just ran the whole race in AI. 1 out of 3. There you go. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Bernsey picks up a 10-second time penalty in the pit lane. Ooh, Imad. Very close to the Ferrari of Master G there. What was I going to look at? I was going to look at Scotty MT in P3. He has indeed lost second place to Subi now then. So Subi up into second place. Can he go and catch Calvin? 4.4 seconds. Has he got the pace to go and catch Calvin? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as the laps go on. We're on lap 23 of 31, so 8 laps to go. It needs to take half a second a lap, really. Going to be a tall order, a very, very tall order. So I'm starting to think that those front positions are sort of done. Yellow flags in sector 2. That is for Bernsey going very, very slowly indeed. This man, I need to give a shout out to this man, by the way, because he Oh my god, Chaz. I've just read the chat. Oh my god, Chaz. Tearing. Ben Brash picks up 3 seconds in P5. Won't affect his finish position as things currently stand. Yeah, I need to shout out Burnsy, by the way. Currently in P18, as we see Malik overtaking Speechy. Oh, Speechy's in the pit lane. Yeah, Burnsy came into this league. He used all of his assists. He's decided to turn them off in time for the season starting. He is very much learning as he goes. And I think he will be the first to admit this is not his true pace at all. But short-term pain for long-term gain, and is the order of the day for Burnsy. He's got no front wing. He's got no front wing at all. He should probably pit and get that changed. He must be really struggling to get around these corners. As Mitch comes into the pit lane, gets another 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Mitch. Soft tyres? Oh, he's serving his 10 seconds. But soft tyres? They're not going to last. They're going to be rotten. Absolutely rotten. Anyway, the gap up front is coming down, by the way. 3.8 seconds. Is it coming down quick enough? Don't know. Calvin's got plenty of battery charge as well. More yellow flags. Burnsy's in the wall once again. Still no safety car. How is that not a safety car? My word, he's got his teammate coming up to lap him. Is it Calvin? It is Calvin. Don't be fooled. Different liveries, but same team. Calvin is in the alternate white livery of that Red Bull. Oh dear, Mask. Mask has said, roses are red, violets are blue. Bad luck, Brad. No podium for you. Oh my god. That is going to absolutely... Brad's going to lose it. Brad is going to lose it. That's a Ferrari of Pro. Unlapping himself, by the way. Which is absolutely more than allowed to do. He's on fresher tyres than Brad. So yeah, absolutely. If he's got the pace, you can indeed unlap yourself. And then he picks up 3 seconds and then hits the wall. You're more yellow flags as Burnsy retires in the pit lane. Oh my god, safety car! Oh my god, it's a safety car! Oh my god, it's a safety car! Wow. Right, okay, what do they do then? Speechy gets 10-second penalty for a severe collision with Quimo. Oh my goodness. Master G gets a drive through. Oh my god, that's another position for Armin. He's in the pit lane. Brash is also in the pit lane. Where's Calvin? Calvin has not been caught by the safety car. Okay. Armin's going to stay out. Medium tyres for Brash and Master G. Master G retires in the pit lane. Okay. Right. That is a place for Armin then. Armin comes into the pits. I mean, surely you've got to pit and go softs. You have to pit and go soft tyres. We're going to get... So we're on lap 25... 26, 27, 8, 9. You're going to get 4 laps of racing, I think. You're going to get 4 laps of racing. Surely you have to go soft tyres here. Brash and Imad have gone for mediums. Hazard has gone for softs. Armin's gone for a brand new set of hard tyres. Maybe he doesn't have any softs. He must have some softs. He only did two laps in quali. Armin must have had a set of softs available. Oh, wow. Okay. But there's no point running through the order just yet. I'll run through the order when they're all behind the safety car because we're going to see drivers in the pit lane now. Is anybody going to pit out and risk this? Calvin comes in. Subi comes in. Scotty MT comes in. Brad is stuck behind a slow Ferrari. You can't overtake. That is Pro. That's a lapped car. Pro, by the way. Oh no. I hope the lap cars aren't going to play a part here. Surely you've got to go softs here. You have to go soft, surely. Calvin goes medium. Subi goes for the soft. Subi is going to be all over Calvin on the restart. He's going to be all over Calvin. Okay, so Wayne has stayed out. Scotty MT gets 3 seconds. Scotty MT has got 3 seconds. It's in the pit lane. Alright, maybe he can get that removed. But Wayne has stayed out. Oh my word. Okay. Okay. Right. This could be absolute chaos. This could be absolute chaos. You back the mediums, right? I mean, it's 4 laps. Surely you can do softs 4 laps. It might even be 3 laps. It might even be 3 laps if the cars don't catch up quick enough. You can do softs for 3 or 4 laps around Singapore, surely. Softs die off like mad. Yeah, they will. They will die off like mad. But it'd be worth it. If you, like Subi, for example, it's going to be worth it. If he can get track position over Calvin while using those softs. Wow. Milan says he would have stayed out as well. Grid's so far apart, it'll only be 2 or 3 laps of racing. I think it's going to be... I mean, normally this would be 4 laps of racing. But like I said, the grid is so far apart, it could be 3. I mean, the guys out front had to pit. They had the gap. There was no way that they were going to stay out. Famas Wayne, his hard tyres have only done 7 laps. I mean, so they're going to be a little bit worn. But of course, he has track position. And the 3 cars immediately behind him all have time penalties. So, yeah. Let's run through the odds then. Honestly, we've got so much going on here. So, Calvin is in the lead, as he has been for most of this race. Medium tyres for him. Subi is in P2. Brand new set of softs for him. Famas Wayne in P3. 7-lap-old hards. So the top 2 are going to absolutely bolt. Scotty MT comes back into the pit lane. Is he retiring? He's going to lose a lot of positions here. Yeah, he retires. Okay, that's another position for Rahman, by the way. Okay, so Calvin out front. Subi P2. Wayne P3. Brash P4. Imad P5. They both have 3 seconds. Brad is in P6 with his teammate in front. Oh my god, is Brad on for another P4? Armin is in P7. So Armin's in P7. Brash and Imad with 3 seconds. So Armin is kind of a net P5. Kind of a net P5. Hazard is in P8, just about to leave the pit lane. Scotty MT is DNF, so Malik will be P9, Quimo will be P10, Speechy will be P11 as he picks up another 3 seconds. Kevin will be P12, Pro will be P13. By the way, Pro is in the leading pack. He has, of course, been lapped, but he's in the leading pack. Who is he between? Who is that in front of him? That's Brad in front of him. So, where's Armin? Armin has 2 lapped cars between himself and Brad. That is bad news. That is bad news. I swear Armin today was at Hazard under the safety car. Hazard was in the pit lane, wasn't he? Hazard was in the pit lane. He's so far back. But Armin has 2 lapped cars between himself and Brad. So he needs to clear those 2 lap cars as quickly as he possibly can. And the safety car is not coming in this lap. So we're going to get 1 more lap under the safety car. And then it will probably come in. So we're going to get 3... Ooh, we're going to get 3 racing laps. It could be the most chaotic 3 racing laps you've ever seen. Honestly, do not go anywhere, folks. Don't go and make a cup of tea. Just wait 5 more minutes. Just wait 5 more minutes. This could be chaotic. I see it now. They break to get out of the way and Armin gets pens. I hope not. What they need to do, if they're listening, they need to cross the start-finish line, then let Armin past. So they don't cause Armin any penalties or anything like that. Don't hold anybody up. They need to cross the start-finish line and then allow Armin to go past. That would be best case scenario. Or, if you're Milan, you want them to just stay there and hold them up. But, in the interest of fairness, come on. They need to let Armin through, ideally. Who is it? It is Pro and Imi. We'll see. We'll see. Well, this could be a ridiculous finish to this race. Not not forgetting, sorry, these guys right here, Calvin and Subi. Calvin on the medium, Subi on the brand new set of softs. He is going to be hustling that Red Bull. He already is. He already is. Armin is net P5 now, which is a shame since he forwarded himself into that position. He is a net P5 man, but you're forgetting, of course, he's got those 2 lapped cars in between himself and Brad. So it's not a given that Armin is going to finish within Brash's 3 seconds. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, honestly. Anything could happen here. Armin could crash out. You just don't know. You just don't know. But let's see. Safety car is coming in this lap. So Calvin now becomes the de facto safety car. He will back the pack up. Okay, he can go as slow as he likes without any erratic driving, of course. The safety car drives off into the distance. We'll come into the pit lane. And then it is entirely up to Calvin. At what point he decides to go racing, that is when everybody else can go racing. Of course, no overtaking before the start-finish line. Safety car has just come into the pit lane. So now we are entirely in the hands of this man, Calvin, in the Red Bull. And he goes now before the final corner. Has he managed to catch Subi napping? Not really. Not really. He is right there with him. Of course, there will be no DRS on this particular lap, but there will be on the laps that follow. We will get DRS for the final 2 laps. No.